Welcome to the SmartLink Network How-To video series. In today's demonstration, we're going to illustrate how you enable flow and set your tolerances in SmartLink Network to send to the panel so that the system knows how to respond to different events that occur while the system's programming is in operation. So I'm already on the controller that we're going to be working on today, and now I'm going to scroll down here and select flow. Now, as you can see, the flow menu has opened, and we see that we have an 1.5" T with a line fill time of 60 seconds, a sample time of 60 seconds, the flow shutdown mode of per zone, and that our leak detect is set at 5 gallons per minute. Now, as we look down at our zones, we can see that our flow shutdown mode is currently disabled. We see our running average, which is the average that's been established over a 30-day cycle or 30-day period. Our current average, which is what occurred today. The current average will be visible to you after an overnight receive. So let's just say you have the system running at 11 p.m. and it runs through to 10 a.m. the following morning. Now, if your overnight receive is at 5 a.m., everything that occurs up to that point will go ahead and get pulled into the running average, but everything after that will be visible under the current average. So we've got a couple options here to set our tolerances. So the first thing you want to do here is edit flow settings. So we'll click there, and then we'll come here to the flow shutdown mode, and we'll enable the zones that we want to see specifically or watch specifically, or we can enable them all. I'll just go ahead and click enable all. Now, I can choose to apply a tolerance based on a percentage. As you can see here, we could set the percentage of low flow tolerance to be globally applied to all zones. This, however, would be overridden if a low flow limit is chosen for an individual zone. And the same can be said for the high flow. Now, 25% of 5 gallons versus 25% of 13 gallons, obviously that's very different. And especially when you get in systems with larger flow rates like 70 gallons or more. I generally don't apply a percentage, but you are welcome to do so. And by default, those first two settings are 25%. But what I like to do is manually set my limits. So what I can do here is, let me save this. And now what I'm going to do is click on Edit Flow Settings once again. And now you want to put yourself at least a 5 to 7 gallon per minute buffer on either side of the running average, so that you can adjust, or the system can account for pressure fluctuations in the available water supply. Typically, I will set 1 gallon per minute for my low flow values, so that I know the valve simply did not open at all. Maybe a ball valve has been closed, the flow control, but I just want to know that absolutely no water flowed through the system, so 1 is my choice there. And obviously, with this being very low at 5 gallons per minute, I really have no choice but 1 here, because I've got to have some kind of buffer there on the low end. Now, on the high side, I'll go ahead and round up to 6 for that for this zone, and just put down 11 gallons per minute. I'll just repeat that for zone 2 here as well. I will go ahead and disable zone 3, since that's a low flow volume zone and it's not even in use at this time, so no need to monitor that. I could come over here to this valve or this zone and set 2 gallons per minute. And on the high side, I'll go ahead and round that up to 8, and we'll put 13 gallons per minute there. Now, of course, when you're all said and done with making your adjustments, again, whether you use the tolerances by percentage or those manually set by yourself or other administrators on the account, once you're done, you're going to click Save Changes. This is going to save everything you're manipulating in SmartLink right now and prepare it for the panel and the system on site. Once you've done that, you're going to go ahead and send your command from SmartLink Network down to the system. As you can see, we're communicating with the SmartLink system now, and we want to wait to see that our instruction has been completed when we get the green "Send was completed" banner across the monitor here. So we're just going to give that a moment to issue these commands to the system. And as you can see, that task has been completed. So now we would be monitoring these 3 zones here, zones 1, 2, and 4, with these guidelines or these parameters for the flow zones are what we're watching for or monitoring. All right, hope you find this information helpful. As always, you can contact us by phone at 888-484-3776 or simply email us at support@weathermatic.com. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.